Coming back home, we see Crystal Dunn out there already training, getting herself prepped to be back on the road later this summer, perhaps. I've seen baby Marcel. It's a little bit of sunshine for you guys.
Absolutely. I went to retrieve a ball today, and she ran past me, so that was great for her, a little bit demoralizing for me, but so nice to have her back and have the baby in the environment. Obviously, Karina LeBlanc has a child as well, and this is the future of the women's game, is that people have families, and it has to be an environment where it's welcoming and still professional. And, you know, obviously Crystal and Pierre are beyond professional in everything they do, and it's a privilege to be working with them.
Yeah, first Father's Day for Pierre Soubrier as well, with the trainer for the Thorns, so that'll be a special day on Sunday.
Off to Moultrie. She's got it. The youngest player to score in the NWSL.
At 16, could you have envisioned doing what Olivia Moultrie is doing?
I could have envisioned it, but it would be one of those dreams that you sort of like write down in your little diary and you hope for one day. I think Liv has been defying the odds and paving a new way of being professional since a very, very young age, although she's still young. Her professionalism in wanting to play every game and how she handles the disappointment of sometimes just being a finisher, someone who comes in on the end who doesn't play when she's in full development mode still. She's 16, but she hasn't even begun to touch the heights that she can reach, and she will reach because she is so driven and so committed to be one of the best players in the world someday.
So she makes the under-20 team. Obviously, Sophia and Becky and Sam Coffey makes the first call-up from Team USA. What an impressive rookie. We've talked about it before, but she comes in, doesn't play the six in college, and the way she leads and guides the team, and she's earned that call for Team USA.
Absolutely, I completely agree. She's a very understated type of player. Like, she actually has a lot more, I think, that she feels like she wants to give, but she knows she's just got to lock this down and keep the game simple. She's learning her new position, and it's very hard to tell that she is still learning it, because people now, the expectation is she should be one of the top sixes in the league, or she's only been playing it for a couple of months. But because of how she sort of even talks to the media, how she talks to her teammates, how she's connected with them, how she plays, you forget, and you feel like she's been in the league for a couple of years, and that she's one of the more mature, age-wise, experience-wise on the team. Forget.
Pretty amazing. How about the impression that Hina Sugita has made? We saw her a few weeks ago. They had the Japanese Society of Oregon was here, packed out section 221, about 300 deep, and just this joy she brings to the game on the field, in the locker room with you guys.
She's a fabulous character. The Japanese players in general are known for being incredibly respectful, just hard worker, incredible technical players. How I'd say she's surprised me very pleasantly is how engaged she is in the locker room. First of all, her English is incredible. She's still not comfortable speaking, but she has quite good spoken English. Her understanding is incredible. I'm beyond impressed. She asks questions. She wants to go towards that, and I think from some of the cultures, Eastern cultures, where you've got a lot of respect for authority, you don't always get players that are really willing to ask first understanding questions, like, have I understood what you mean, and how can I like get better at what I'm doing? And again, like, I have so much respect for the Japanese players and what they do, but seeing her have that attitude has been very exciting for me. I think she is another player who is already performing, but has even more levels in her because of how committed she is to getting better every day.
Well, Sunday should be special. The high noon kickoff, Juneteenth, Pride Parade in the city, Father's Day as well. But that's also a heavy day for a lot of folks on the club as well as yourself. Condolences to your family as well. What kind of guidance did your dad give you in life as a person, as a player, as a coach that you still use today? He was like a rugby coach, right?
He was a rugby coach, yeah. And
you didn't want to be a coach in your past?
No. Of course. You don't try and be what your parents are. Like, that, if that anything, I think that's maybe exactly that. Like, you spend your whole childhood trying to be different than your parents, and then you get to an age, like 20s, 30s, no, maybe 40s for me, but where you're finally like, oh, I learned so much from them, and he had such passion for what he did, and it's nice to have seen that growing up, someone who really loved their job. it is a privilege, and I get to do the same thing, which is this passion I have for the game. I now get to work in full time, and as a female in the game, that hasn't been around for very long, those opportunities. So yeah, he definitely showed me how to have a life where your job is not just a piece of it, but can be something that you really strive for every day, to love what you do and to live fully.
So he was alive still when you got the job. What was his reaction to that?
Well, I'm not sure how much he understood, but early on in his illness, he had Parkinson's. He started to see that I was really going the coaching route, and he understood when I went to England, and he's English. He was English, so that one was one where he was like, "Oh wow, this is a big move. Like, she's really going to do it." So I already know how he would have felt about Portland. I mean, he would have been here for every game. He was a huge, huge supporter of mine, and yeah, still is.